of the sports teams that are involved in the Chicago Sports Alliance, I think, like many people living in Chicago, were really distraught by what they were seeing happen in 2016, and they collectively came together to really take a look at the data, the evidence, and ask some important questions about what kinds of things could actually make a difference.
Choose to Change is a program designed to reduce youth violence through a 5-month program where participants engage in trauma-informed mental health therapy and also intensive and holistic advocacy and mentoring.
And we weren't quite sure who was going to carry the torch for us financially. And it was huge for the Sports Alliance to step up, certainly helping kids widen their scope, seeing value in themselves, and make them feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves.
The Choose to Change program means to me a lot. Like, it keep me off the streets within, like, in my neighborhood, there's a lot of, like, violence and stuff going on. When the Choose to Change program came, it inspired me to do better things.
And in addition to Choose to Change, the Sports Alliance invested in the Strategic Decision Support Center initiative, where Chicago Police Department, along with the University of Chicago Crime Lab, are working in some of the most violent police districts in the city, trying to understand how data can be used to inform the decision-making of district commanders.
The Strategic Decision Support Centers, which is the new technology that we've implemented in Chicago to help with the gun violence. What it does is helps us to be smarter in our deployments. You know, instead of reacting to crime, now we're able to stop it before it occurs and help reduce gun violence.
And sort of based on the evidence that has been generated about just how effective that's been, other donors, and in particular Ken Griffin, made a very, very significant investment of $10 million to really build on that strategy. So I think the really exciting news is this year's investment by the Chicago Sports Alliance can continue to expand the investments in social services. We're really so excited that they, number one, want to continue to support and expand Choose to Change. It's, currently being offered in Englewood, and with this new investment, we'll be able to expand to the west side, a part of the city that is also experiencing truly heartbreaking violence. And then a second area of investment will be for a program called Ready, which is really focusing on the individuals that are at the heart of our city's most serious violence, to try to provide them with a path out of the circumstances that they're in, providing intensive jobs, cognitive behavioral therapy, and services and supports that we think can make a big difference.
The Chicago Sports Alliance was really trying to be data-driven and evidence-based in their decision-making. Obviously, gun violence is a complex issue, multifaceted, and there are many levers on which we need to pull to really make meaningful change. And I think the approach that Ready Chicago is taking in terms of providing jobs and also addressing some of the barriers that participants may be facing in other aspects of their life, addressing those through cognitive behavioral therapy, has the potential to make really transformational change.
We're really connecting directly with the individuals who are quote-unquote high risk. We're providing real talk, real hope, real love. Their mindset is starting to change, and they've come back and reported, I identified my risky behavior. I took a step back. Instead of wanting to pick up a gun, I was able to govern myself. I was able to regulate myself, and that makes me hopeful.
They keep me motivation every day to come to work. They talk to me. We have a one-on-one coach development class. They teach you to know how to be on the right path, to keep on going into life. Don't never look back, always keep going forward. It's always something always try to bring you back, but you don't let it bring you back. You always keep going forward.
Certainly, one of the things that makes me optimistic is I'm seeing on the ground every day the impact of these programs and these strategies. But I also think that this kind of investment, given how high visibility it is, really sends a clear message that this is a solvable problem. That really, if we decide that it's a priority, we can do something about it.